suddenly piece yourself back together now. What's your vision?
South Island. Now, authorities say 416 pilot whales have been beached. 70% of those have died. This is just overnight. It's unprecedented, virtually, so good luck to them in New Zealand.
Today we had anywhere up to 418 whales stranded. There is mixed reports of that. This morning there was still roughly about 120 on the beach when we got down there this morning, live animals. Refloat this morning, we got out at least 100 animals off into deeper water this morning. There was a smaller pond of about 20 that were part of that. That were milling. They're still milling in the water at the moment. We also had another giant fresh pod heading straight towards the stranding site of 200 plus whales that we were able to turn around and send back in the opposite direction.
Images out of New Zealand. Despite efforts that were underway to save dozens of pilot whales after hundreds were stranded on the beach, at least 250 of the 400 whales are unfortunately dead. That's according to the Department of Conservation. Rescuers attempted to refloat the rest. About 50 returned to sea and only to re-beach themselves just hours later. Scientists don't know exactly why whales beach themselves. This is one of the largest mass whale strandings in New Zealand's history.
Bolivia is under a state of emergency after a vast agricultural area of around 1,000 hectares was laid to ruin by a plague of locusts. The locusts first appeared about 1 week ago in an area near Santa Cruz. The government has released €655,000 in extra funding for fumigation.
Cases in a decade. As of December 31st, there were more than 5,300 cases of mumps in 46 states and the District of Columbia. 8 states, Arkansas, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, Massachusetts, New York, Oklahoma, and Texas, each had more than 100 cases as of last month. Mumps could cause some serious complications, especially in adults. Complications such as deafness or inflammation of the brain.
Visible throughout most of the world, a penumbral lunar eclipse occurs in the late evening of February 10 or the early morning of February 11, depending on the viewing location. The moon will darken slightly as it passes through the outer edges of Earth's shadow. On February 26th, parts of South America, Africa, and Antarctica will be treated to either a partial solar eclipse or an annular eclipse, when the moon blocks all but the outer edge of the sun, leaving a glowing ring of
right place at the right time, meaning you had to be outside to see it, and you really only had a few seconds to enjoy it once you realized what exactly was going on. This unconfirmed meteor put on a show for those out in the...
In addition to Illinois and Wisconsin, the American Meteor Society lists sightings in Indiana, Michigan, and other states as well. Meteorologist Jeff Last of the National Weather Service's office in Green Bay, Wisconsin, says the meteor was accompanied by a sonic boom that shook houses in the region.
If you were in the Midwest area early Monday morning, you may have been stunned by a sight in the sky. A meteor streaked across the sky around 1:25 a.m. Dashcam video from police in Wisconsin and Chicago captured the fireball-like flash. The American Meteor Society tracks sighting reports and says it received more than 200 Monday. They say the rock was probably the size of a minivan, and this was a likely spontaneous one-time event.
Look at this. It lit up the sky. This video comes courtesy of the Lisle Police Department. Officer Jim Dexter captured this light show at 1:25 this morning while sitting on Black Hawk Lane near Route 88. You can see the fireball with intensity and brilliance as it fades toward Earth. It's probably a meteor, and it was also captured on camera by O'Hare's old control tower. So let's talk trajectory. According to the American Meteor Society, the fireball was traveling from the southwest to northeast. It's believed to have ended its flight on Lake Michigan, somewhere between Sheboygan and Manitowoc, which are both in Wisconsin. This map created by the AMS supports that, showing reports of sightings coming in from all over the Midwest, from Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, and even as far away as New York and Kentucky.